Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. Hololive Productions is a virtual talent agency consisting of virtual VTubers owned by Japanese Cover Corporation. They are under the Cover Corporation umbrella, and they also have control over the HOLOSTARS group. The HOLOSTARS are male VTubers under them, and as you know, during the last month or so, we have heard that 6 of them, half of them, are going to be leaving. Why am I talking about them after all of this has happened and after everything has been said and done? Well, after this announcement was made, a lot of people did not like the fact that, it got to this point because of the fact it got to the point due to people, them specifically, no longer supporting them as much as they should. So, if they're pretty much like indies, they're going to be leaving. And recently, we've had this situation that's popped up. This is why I'm talking about it again. Just want to give you the background of all the situation that's happening. They were no longer getting as much support from the agency, from Cover Corporation, and from Hololive Productions. So they decided to, leave, which I could absolutely understand because of the fact that they are no longer pretty much the agency VTubers that they wanted to be, and they're not getting the support. So it's going to be really hard for them. Yeah, here, why doesn't the official HOLOSTARS celebrate their 7th anniversary? And what are they talking about here? They're talking about this. Nothing. Nothing in regards to the 7th anniversary, just, some merch stuff, still covering this. And we're talking about the JP people, of course, because JP is where the graduations are happening. And it says, just tell the truth about HOLOSTAR JP. There's no point in saying something and completely disregarding it soon after. Like a single person at Cover could access the account for 1 minute and make a 10-second tweet. Yeah, people are getting angry at it. Like this, the original person says, because the person in charge at X is no longer there. Or also, it's like, well, they're no longer getting a lot of support, and the X thing would be part of the support that they're getting. It could be that because of them cutting full support, the full-on support. Could be X was one of those things, and since they're not getting that support anymore, the X person has left. So this is Oga talking about some stuff here, and continuing down here. Given that Aslo-kun mentioned that he wouldn't hand over the official account, probably safe to assume that updates have ended and he stepped down from his role. If this really means he's become a separate account, I can only laugh. If even the official channel has to file a complaint, it's been shut down. There's nothing more we can do. Sorry, as it's one of the ones celebrating 7th anniversary. Said the official side, but the company probably wants to pretend HOLOSTARS never existed. So at the very least, let's make sure I keep it in our memories and never forget. Yes, never forget the boys. They are being dealt a very, very rough hand, and it's definitely not cool that they're doing this. As a company, it might be the case of cutting losses, but in an industry where impressions are everything, this will also tarnish the image of the company's other brands. There's a real risk of even greater losses of than what was cut, and I think it's quite a bad move. Here's the thing: if they did decide to actually do this, of not put it out, and instead of forgetting or whatever, they decided to just be like, nah, screw it, we're not going to do it. They probably felt that for the same reason that they decided to no longer support the HOLOSTARS, they probably felt it's not a big enough thing for people to even worry about. It's gonna kind of go under the radar when it comes to most people, especially the EN side, which is the one that they really seem to care about a lot more, at least right now, at least from what I've seen. They seem to be still supporting them greatly, which is great. But it does look like the JP is kind of being pushed to the wayside. Another person says here, Kafsan is the 7th anniversary and yet official account. It's kind of the Izuru. It's saying the official account is dead silent. This is bad. Notice it quick. At least for appearance's sake, somebody, an adult, that basically somebody get an adult. Somebody out there that actually is responsible for it. Do something. Cover, mind passing me the official HOLOSTARS X? Sakase to Honda says, is it for real? There's absolutely nothing from the HOLOSTARS official side. And right here, Iwashi SK says, in fact, even the members who are scheduled to graduate are still part of the group right now. Isn't this the last anniversary with all 12 members together? Hey, management, can you hear me? Why is this happening? HOLOSTARS isn't over yet. Half of them are still left. What does support even mean at this point? And I never really liked to keep up with drama anymore and didn't watch the HOLOSTARS as much as I should have. But the fact that it's their 7th anniversary, meaning they've been at this for 7 years, and no one is celebrating it cover is super sad. It is super sad. It is something that should not be a thing, but here we are. It should not have been a thing where they forgot about it. But again, like I said, here we are. Cover should really just let them go and allow them ownership of their models and channels at this point. It's obvious they have no plans to support, so why treat them like this? The scenario sounds kind of like Japanese banishment rooms exit strategy, where they push an employee off with little to no support, with less and less work in hopes that they voluntarily quit. It's usually much less public, though. It's usually very, very silent, the way that they do that. Exactly, both parties would be better off this way instead of clearly throwing shade at the HOLOSTARS talents and basically forcing them to quit on their own in terms of Hololive themselves getting flamed by the fans for the lack of care. It says, he's like a teenager who read about fiduciary duty and legal advice, but doesn't afraid to understand business at all. I'm not talking about taking a position whether Cover should do it or not, but there's zero fiduciary obligation preventing them from giving the talents their IPs or selling them back to them for cheap. Oh, this person's talking about the selling the IPs for cheap. And also, this is just bad PR overall. And it says when they donate a load of money to charity and put their name on it, you might be getting this confused. Cases from other agencies where shutting doors, company that's closing and going bankrupt will tend to give this stuff away. But Hololive they're mentioning the whole thing of Hololive still being around. So that's probably why they're not going to be giving the IPs to those people back. And down here, people seem confused about what's happening. Let's be clear, the branch is closed. Talents have been given the option to continue on and individually if they want. HOLOSTARS JP as an entity, as a group, has effectively ceased to exist. I thought Cover was pretty clear about this in a very polite, indirect Japanese way, but apparently there's still confusion. They had a long run, but the lights are off, and Cover is just wanting for the last of them to leave the building. This isn't doom posting, this is obviously what is actually happening. Yeah, it does seem like that. And usually, you know me, I'm a person who tries to give the benefit of the doubt, but this is just wrong. They've spent well, you're doing this to a group of people who spent years, 7 years, trying to still help you build up. And because, there is nothing more to wring out of it, you are just kind of leaving it at the wayside. Usually I would say, nah, it's just, they didn't want to support it a little, didn't want to, put as much money into it, but they're still supporting them in some way. But this kind of just means like, yeah, no one's at the helm anymore. You guys should probably just leave whenever you get the chance, but we're no longer there. So it seems like to me. Of course, let me know what you think. I always want to know what you guys think. So of course, let me know what you think. And then of course, I'm going to continue with the news as always. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Sykkuno is a name synonymous with cheating nowadays, and for a good reason, because yes, he did cheat on his longtime girlfriend of many years, and apparently it wasn't the first time he's done that. He had done that several times before. For those people who didn't even know about that, it was brought by Himomo, I believe, which was a VTuber who, said that he said that he was planning to, live with her, all that kind of stuff. And also there was another one that he went to, I'm not sure if it was Paris or something, and slept with another VTuber there as well. So he's not seen in very good light. Recently, he has made a comeback on his own stream with Sykkuno back to streaming. I was working on myself for repairing the damage I've done to my girlfriend over in our relationship. What I did to her was horrible, and for a lot of people, they never forgave that. I regret doing it so much. It hasn't been easy, but not everything is perfect. We made a lot of improvements, and we're doing a lot better. It would be coming back for streaming if both of us didn't feel that same way. Here's the thing that happens when it comes to these people. Specifically, people like Sykkuno and things like that, who seem to have had a, let's just say, kind of a narcissistic personality, it seems like. He's not sorry that it happened. He's not sorry that he did it. He's sorry that he got caught. That's just my opinion. Again, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. But that's my opinion here. And a lot of people's opinion down here as well. It says, my one biggest question is, why the hell did this girl stay with him? For me, and this is just a me thing, once a cheater, always a cheater. All I can say is that he took a break for 2 months. He decided to return after the whole cheating scandal. Upsetting and disappointed. I don't think I want to watch Sykkuno anymore. He returned way too early. That's all I'm going to say about this. Made an improvement, a lot of improvements. It hasn't been even a hot minute. More like probably accepted it if he said it's taking time to reflect and is now working on making improvements, and that he wants to be a better person for his girlfriend's sake. However, I always say you can cancel yourself. I'll believe him when he stops talking like this. This cannot be. Oh, it's talking like a Deku or whatever. we're continuing on with the quotes, of course. People down here says coming back the day before his birthday so he can rack in money for my birthday stream is diabolical. Streamers are something else, bro. Down here, crazy work. Acting like his girlfriend was the only person he did wrong. Holy LARP apology. You're actually so lame, Sykkuno. Depressed Nosaki says, my XP bar is too low to comprehend his strat. Ricky Yaps says, maybe it's just me, but everything that had happened was only just shown within a month ago, with multiple accounts cheating, messaging, stringing people along for God knows how long, and saying that there's been time taken to repair a relationship only between your girlfriend and you. They should have been built on trust, which was clearly broken. Also applies to everyone else who you've interacted with before knowing about your girlfriend. They're also victims and deserve space, and believing your ability to come back publicly, and the many others you've hurt and betrayed, at least to view the things, in my view of things, tells me how disingenuous this comeback is. Once you reconcile with your girlfriend, but what about the others you've managed to come across? And also, I mean, 2 months, honestly, 2 months is not a long time, especially for actually getting better. It takes more than 2 months to get better. You could be on the road to recovery in 2 months, of course, because 2 months is a process still when it comes to any kind of addiction, any kind of bad things that are happening, but it is not enough time, especially not for the internet, for those communities to be like, oh yeah, we welcome you back with open arms. It's not going to happen. And it's basically, a lot of people are saying the same thing, that he's just here way too early. He did this way too early. He did not give enough time for full healing. The fact that his girlfriend took him back is, a thing between him and his girlfriend. But a lot of people are like, well, it's not enough time. It's definitely not enough time to actually forgive. I'm one of those people that if the trust is broken once, I will hyperfixate on it and I will not forget about it. I will not forget about what happened, what the person has done. It will pop up in my brain. It's just the way my brain works. It'll pop up occasionally. Even if I forgive, I will not forget. So it is very much a thing that a lot of people think he's just doing it because it was before his birthday and he wants to rake in that sweet, sweet dollary dues. It's back to streaming. It's just really, really a bad look overall. Like people here, it's just like looking at him sus. And Sykkuno is back. It shows no remorse or regret on his face. Yeah, he shows absolutely no regret. Absolutely no regret. Why in the hell are you talking like months or even a year had passed? This is still fresh as hell, and you're already sounding like those other folks that think, oh, things are different now. I've changed because I've had enough time to change. But still the effing same. Like, yeah, I don't think he's changed. I think he's thought people have forgotten, and he's absolutely hoping his community has forgotten, and his community is willing to welcome him back. But he wants that money. And also, allegedly, he already has like a net worth of like $5 million. Net worth is, after everything you own minus the debts you have. So all that stuff, he still has $5 million that he could use in some way, shape, or form. Liquidity, maybe not liquid $5 million, maybe closer to maybe thousands, but still he has liquid income, and he also has assets that he can give up if he actually needs the income. But in this case, it is very much sus. Very much seeming like he saw a good opportunity to come back. He was hoping that the communities affected have forgotten, and I don't think they have, and I don't think they will, and I hope they don't, because he really messed with a lot of people. Yes, you can say that the people he messed with were consenting adults, because they were, but he still messed with people's minds, and he also, the big victim here is the girlfriend, and if she forgave him, fine. But that doesn't mean he can just come back really quick, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think, though. AlienMixture is a VTuber who was once a part of, I believe, VNU and Amano Seraphy. They've done amazing work now as AlienMixture. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do remember that being a thing. But I do want to mention AlienMixture has been doing amazing work on her own. She brings that gremlin energy that a lot of people do love, and that's why she's gained a lot of popularity. Even after she's joined Socks, she's gained even more. Not even after, I mean, as she's joined Socks, she's gained even more popularity because she's been able to spread her wings even more under Sock's VTuber agency. Right now, we're talking about a situation that she had recently that I'm going to share with you. It was a health situation. She said, here I said I have to cancel the stream tonight as well. The collab that was on June 2nd. There was going to be a collab with her, with the Sock's VTuber agency, all the people in there. Going to be a big collab. Stream and collab tonight on my side canceled. I'm having an emergency and I have had to head to the hospital. Not sure how long I'll be there. Please go support the rest of SVA for the collab tonight. I will help you and keep you updated. And then here, they let us know, they were actually in the emergency room. They had, they were connected to machines and such like that, just monitoring them as they usually do. They looks like they had an IV there as well. And we're taking a look at now the update, which is one of the things I wanted to give you. It says, thank you everyone for your support and recovery. For recovery wishes. I am doing okay and was exhausted when I got home. Here's an update for you all. Sorry for lack of update. I got home and passed out. I was going to get to woman territory here, so don't freak out. Over the last 10 days, I've been on the cycle and very heavy bleeding, which is not normal. And I've been having low blood pressure as well as dizzy spells, so I decided to go to the ER, which is a very, very good idea. Whenever things do not feel right, just go. If you have health insurance, go. I understand if you don't have health insurance, still try to go, because they usually work a payment plan, or there's usually ways that the hospital can help you pay for it. If you really don't have the money, they'll help you pay for it. There are ways that you can do it. What's most important is sometimes it can be life-saving to go there. So definitely go there. I've been diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome, which is, it will cause the bleeding, and it's not a simple thing. It's not a simple thing. It's going to be going away soon, but she can get treated for it, which is very good that she went there and did get diagnosed, which caused AUB, the large amount of bleeding that she did have. I'm okay, and it's nothing to worry about it, as is common for women to have, but it's a little bit of a change for me. For now, I just ask y'all's patience and understanding. I'm still losing a lot of blood, so I may be out of it in some places, and am awaiting for an OBGYN appointment. I'll still try my best for all of y'all not to falter. And of course, I myself and everyone else was saying, we're going to be here. Take care of yourself. That is the most important thing for her to take care of herself. This is a serious health thing. Still, it's a serious health thing. It is something when you're losing a lot of blood, no matter the reason you lose a lot of blood, it is a serious thing, and it should always be taken seriously, which she did, which is why she went to the hospital. I'm very glad she did that. I'm very glad she's okay. I'm very glad it can be managed as well. So this is all going to hopefully be something she can put behind her, at least the pain part and the extreme other parts, because once she gets treatment, hopefully this will all change for the better. I wish her the best of luck, and I hope that you guys can also send her well wishes on Twitter here, and just be out there for her, and share some kind words if you can. Neko Mikki is an English-speaking female independent VTuber and classically trained singer based in the US, and doing the whole singing thing, she has been able to become a part of Irys, and also she is going to be headlining the Anifest Saturday concert with Irys Girlies. It's been a dream of mine to start a VTuber journey. If you're attending, I hope you'll come and watch the show. And this is their Irys concert, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's going to be at Anifest, June 6th at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center in Torrance, California. And they're going to be with Kori Ojo is also going to be a part of it. Kori Ojo said she's so excited. Maki, I'm so sad for this. You can see the wonderful VTubers who are going to be a part of this. I'm very glad that Irys is supporting their VTubers with things like this. And I know Kori Ojo has done a ton of different events as well on her own. And I'm glad now she has an official agency supporting her for that. And lots of people are being very excited about this. I'm very excited about this because all of these people here are wonderfully good singers, number one. And number two, they're just amazing people overall that have brought positivity to the VTubing community. Irys is a female English V singer. She was originally part of Project Hope, and then she later became a part of Promise, Mercedes Fada, Orocroni, Nashimume, and Mahakos Bales. It was after Sana left, so that's why Sana's not mentioned there. And recently, as of March of this year, they had announced that Irys in Tokyo, Japan, SGC Hall, Ariake, is going to be having a big concert on October 6th, but it was announced on March 20th. So because of that, we are going to be talking about it a little bit. It says here, Irys Sign is a first solo concert fan project, which is they are going to be having some advertisements, other things there. Celebrate Irys solo concert. We're planning to hold Subway advertisements to send a flower stand to commemorate the concert. We also plan to implement Subway advertisements. A basket project. if you have additional funds, they're going to carry out additional projects like they mentioned down here of maybe a Irys figure or things like that being put out there for fans. And that is, or I'm sure it's like for backers or things like that. This is amazing. It's always, always amazing to see fans rally around their VTuber and bring some fun along with all of that and have some fun along with their Oshis.
300 was not worth it, dude.
Gotta tape it and sell it.
That was not worth it. Ugh.
I definitely do have to do something like that. I mean, if I get paid, then hell yeah, of course. That's why I said you might want to create some spicy content using... Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know how many people would want to hear a guy gagging over some white creamy stuff that he happens to be drinking because chat paid him $100 or $200 or whatever. I don't know if there's a market for that. Well, there might be, but I don't know how big that market is. I don't think people will continue to pay me for that. Whether it be OnlyFans or Only Prawns or Only Nuts or whatever it is, I don't know where it would be, or fans Lee stuff. We don't know, but I don't think people would pay for a squirrel, a male squirrel, to drink some creamy white stuff. I don't think people would pay for that. I don't think so. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.